Oh yeah, that actually gives it a little bit more pep. 30.
47 miles an hour is the claimed top speed on this 72 volt, 8,000 watt peak power electric dirt bike. According to the spec sheet here, we can do 50 miles of range and we have 357 newton meters of torque on tap.
4%, 0%.
There are quite a few interesting features on this bike, including NFC unlock, there's an emergency kill switch and a lap timer and a beautiful TFT display. And it's equipped with a VIN, so you can get this thing registered and plated. So in the next few minutes, we're gonna take a closer look at all the components, then we're gonna take the new XQi3 WILD out for a ride and see what this electric dirt bike is made of. After you use the NFC card to turn the thing on, probably one of the first things you're gonna notice is this halo headlight and these 3 little lights on the side. And it also has this beautiful TFT display. It'll show you your battery percentage as well as what mode you're on. So there is Eco and Sport. Signals are both on the front and of course on the rear. And you actually don't have to use the NFC chip. You can use another way to turn this bike on and off. I'll show you in a few. And you've got to see the seat on this thing. It's quite unique. It comes up like all the way, but the battery kind of pokes out through the middle. And the material is like a rubbery, grippy, sticky, soft kind of material. And to access the battery, you pull up here, and then you have to press this button here to lift up and get the battery out. So now the whole seat will come right off. And down here is the cloud ECU, as well as a backup kill switch in case you lose the one up here. This is the kill switch. Sits right here. You tie a string on here in case you go flying off. It is a 72 volt battery. Here's where you go charge it. Let's pop it out there and take a look at it. Take a look at the specs here. It is a 72 volt battery, 32 amp hours, 2,304 watt hours of energy. Looks like it's rated for 85 amps of maximum discharge. On a full charge, it would be 83.6 volts. Alexa, what's 85 times 83.6?
7,106.
So that'd be about 7,100-ish watts of peak power output. But there is an 8,000 watt overboost kind of thing listed. Here is the charger they give us, and the output is 82.5 volts at 6 amps. So 32 amp hours divided by 6 amp charge rate. So just over 5 hours to charge this battery from completely empty to completely full. Well, it actually brings it up to 82.5 volts when it can actually go up to 83.6 volts. So it won't stress the battery out by bringing it all the way up to the top voltage. So let's throw it on the scale here, see how much it weighs in at. 34 pounds even. So it's not the hugest battery, but it does help keep the bike weight down and a little bit more nimble that way. Which, speaking of weight, I wonder how much it actually weighs in at. I guess I'm gonna have to pick it up. So my weight without the bike is 193.6, and standing on the scale, briefly picking the entire bike up, it says about 326. So that'd be about 134 pounds without the battery. And then add 34 more pounds to that. So that put the weight of the whole bike with the battery at about 168 pounds. Latches down securely. Seat's got a little latch on the back. And then your final latch hooks on there. And boom. Here's the foot pegs, and there is a sensor on the kickstand. Let's take a look at the suspension. So swing arm, and the rear does run a KKE shock. It is the BA27RC. It is a coil shock, and there is a compression adjustment up here. And initially it might look like there is not a linkage on this, but there is. Check it out, the 4-bar linkage is down here. It is branded the Comfort Ride. And from what I've felt so far, this is a very soft suspension. Here's a look at the suspension from the top down. You can see there is a pivot there. A linkage gives you extra levers on your suspension for a much nicer ride feel than something that does not have a linkage. On the right side, there is a VIN number on the frame. And here's a little peek at the motor. There is a bash guard. Before we whip this bike around and look at the motor, let's look at the front suspension. It is an inverted front fork. Left stanchion has an adjustment for preload. Right stanchion has an adjustment for rebound. And again, it is a KKE front fork. Brakes are hydraulic 4-piston, and the website has the brake pads listed as sintered brake pads for more durability, better traction, and longer lasting. Front brake rotor, where most of your stopping power is, has a huge 220mm rotor, and around back we get a slightly smaller 203mm rotor. We still get the same 4-piston hydraulic brakes. And the Wild Edition is running 19-inch wheels, 70 by 100, super knobby tread. Bro says, this is boring, dude, let's go ride. Controller is mounted right up here on front. So let's spin this thing around. Oh no. So it does have some features, like, so you can't just walk off with it, like an alarm. Rear sprocket is a 49 tooth and it is running a 420 chain. That is a big beefy chain. And unlike some of the electric dirt bikes out there, this is a direct drive motor. It doesn't run through like a jack shaft or anything like that. However, the chain does run over this wheel here. So looking at it from this angle, you can see the chain doesn't run straight. And like I said, you don't have to use the NFC card to run this thing. You can just put your key in here, turn it on like that. Works the same way as if you were to use the NFC card. Everything fires right up. Let's look at the controls. So the grips are clear, kind of unique. Brake levers are, you know, motorcycle brakes basically. Forget what this switch is. We'll find out soon. 0%, I forgot to plug this thing in or something. What's happening here? After taking that battery out and put it back in, now it's reading 0? I don't know why, because it's fully charged. And we get a USB-C port here for charging your cell phone or something. Then of course your turn signals, which you tapped in the middle here to turn off. High beam, low beam. Horn, which we'll try outside, and then the sport and eco mode. And other special function stuff. So there's an app you can connect. So here's a little peek at what the app looks like. And it looks like error code 190 listed in here would be controller communication failure. Contact dealer for professional checks. So to give you an idea of the size of this thing, I'm 6'5", inseam 34, hopping on board. The suspension on this thing is just like floating on a cloud, man. Very soft suspension on the rear. Might be able to firm it up. Might just be a soft spring. There is a compression adjustment. Oh yeah, that actually firmed it up quite a bit. So the compression adjustment does actually does change the adjustments quite a bit. Here's what that halo light looks like from the front and the turn signals. And around back you get a light down here which also functions as a brake light, and what the signals look like from the rear. So let's pop this controller off here. And let's pull this cover off here. Is there a loose connection? So the first one they sent me apparently had some issue with the controller. Here's a new one. Now I gotta build it from scratch. So, right, we have a white one now. Well, we might be back in business here. Oh yeah, no errors.
All right, dudes, you know what time it is. We're gonna take off the new XQi3 for a new riding experience. Per usual, we'll fire up our Strava here so we can track our official range on the 72 volt, 32 amp hour battery pack. And we're gonna fire up our speedometer here so we can track our official GPS measured speed. And the idea of this thing is it can be street legal, so we're gonna ride around with our new.com license plate, break out the NFC chip, fire this thing up, and on a full charge, we're gonna throw this thing into eco and let's get on out of here. And we'll go ahead and pass on through this dark little tunnel here, try out the lights, high beam, low beam, signals. And obviously we're gonna have absolutely no problem doing the 20% grade. This thing has insane torque, but let's go ahead and just do it on eco mode, just kind of roll up here. Oh yeah, dude. Super chill, super easy. So mode number 1 here, or I should say the eco mode, is pretty chill. Looks like we're going about 22 miles an hour, 24 miles an hour here. And right away, this TFT display is very visible, very bright. Even out here in the bright California sun, I can read it very easily. Let's just go ahead full throttle here on eco mode. So this will cut us off right at about 28 miles an hour, 29 according to the onboard. And we can hear that 420 chain spinning around back there. So it is an electric bike. The hub drives are generally a little bit quieter just because, you know, these chains, they do spin around. But, you know, the trade-off is you get a lot more torque on these mid-drive motors with the 420 chain on there. Not sure where I want to go today. Let's just get out here for an adventure, man. It's a 72 volt, 32 amp hour battery pack. So I don't know what kind of range we can really expect out of this. I think we could probably go to like Hollywood sign and back. Are we gonna get pulled over and get a ticket along the way? I don't know, man. We're just gonna see how today goes. So on a full charge here, let's actually flip this thing on over to sport and just kind of give it a bit of a goose here. Oh yeah, front came off a little bit, so definitely has a little bit of pep in it. And this takes us up to 40, 42, 45, 46. So pretty peppy feeling electric dirt bike. And obviously we have the back brake on the left, electric motorcycle style. So yep, slid a little bit there. Front brake on the right, typical of any motorcycle. Let's see if we can get the front wheel off the ground a bit here. Oh yeah. So yeah, this thing's pretty torquey, man. And oh yeah, there's the overboost function. We'll try that out here in just a little bit. And you know, this is an electric dirt bike, so let's just try it here on this little trail before we get going on. Oh yeah, so this thing's got a little bit of torque for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing's actually a lot of fun. Road closed. What, bro? Oh wow. Oh yeah. Definitely has that like Saran kind of sound to it with that 420 chain back there whipping around. Let's go ahead and do 0 to top speed here. Seems like a good place. Just stop in the middle of the road, right? Ready, go. Oh shoot, yeah, so we got to get rolling forward here a bit. Ease on it, ready, go. So 20, 30, 35, 40, 42, 45, 46, 47. Well, it says 47 on the onboard, 44 on my GPS, 45 on my GPS, so speedometer might be off a couple mphs, 46 on the GPS. And now it's time to try the brakes out here. Oh, we're in a turn only lane, dang it. So we do have some other features here. Oh, Ultra Boost, there we go. We gotta try the Ultra Boost here. So despite this e-bike, e-dirt bike being designed to be like street legal, it is rolling on knobby tires, and I can definitely feel that these knobby tires are just really not at home riding out here on the pavement. It just feels like it's like a little squirmy and stuff. The back end's kind of squirming around. Okay, I think I have it on Ultra Boost mode now, so let's give it a little bit juice off the line here. Ready, go. Oh yeah, that actually gives it a little bit more pep. 30, holy smokes. 40, yeah. 42, 45, wow. Yeah, man, that definitely dialed things up a little bit there for sure. So I think they said, what, 8,000 watts peak? If that's wrong, I'll go ahead and throw that number up here on the screen. My goodness, though, yeah, these tires are feeling squirmy out here on the street. It looks like this little red light here is counting up to when we can use that overboost again, I think. Oh yeah, overboost ready, I believe that means. So we probably don't want to go too crazy on the overboost all day because we're at 90% after doing a few hard runs there. And we're going to try and do a little bit of range test along a ride today, man. I don't even think this dude sees me, nope. Cybertruck rolling through. That was dirty, dude. Man, I wish I would have put those mirrors on. So first impressions, I'd have to say without the overboost, it's not like overwhelming. You know, 20 miles an hour, full throttle. You know, it's not like ultra peppy. But when I put that overboost on, it had quite the launch. Yeah, man, I gotta say, I like the seat on this thing. It's like, it's really wide compared to a lot of electric dirt bike style e-bikes I've reviewed, and pretty soft. So this bike is genuinely comfortable to be on. When I am sitting, like, I like that, you know, you can move like really far up on the seat because of how, you know, the seat is integrated all the way up. It puts you pretty close to the handlebars, but we'll see how comfortable it is over time for like a longer ride today. Let's get one more Ultra Boost run here. I'm gonna close this up. Oh, we got the motorcycle. Oh, we'll get up here. Ultra Boost ready. Ready, go! 20, 30, 40, 42. And looks like we're out of Ultra Boost. I don't know. Are we out of Ultra Boost? I don't know. I'm confused. Feels super stable going this fast. Interesting grips that they chose to go with. It's kind of unique to see these clear ones. Don't love these like lines in them. I can kind of feel them pressing on my fingers a bit. Now I am not wearing full finger gloves, so if it weren't for that, I like the fact that they're thick and they feel nice. Maserati off to the race, bro. Dude, that guy's motorcycle just died. So it is nice that we have a turn signals on this bike that, oh, there's some people just standing in the street here, bro. What the heck? Nice to have turn signals so you can indicate where you want to go. So to get a little range update here, we are showing 70% on the battery at about 10.5 miles. 30 minutes ride time, average speed is up there, 21.34 so far. Rolling up on downtown already. We're definitely not taking easy on this bike, man. Hitting 45 here. Oh gosh, we got a little police here by crypto.com Check out all that graffiti on that building up there. I guess people just went to town on that thing. So we're gonna bust a right here on 7th Street, right on through downtown, see how our range pans out here today, how this ride goes. There's a police that was behind me, dude. I was a little bit nervous, but he just like, he's like, I'm just gonna pass him. Oh, looks like we're getting over here into the Skid Row portion of downtown. Let's take a right here, avoid the cop, see what's happening down this road. Man, it's crazy out here. They just have like living quarters on the sidewalks out here, everywhere. That dude's living in his car, just taking a nap on the sidewalk there, bro. Man, and our battery is down to 56%. I don't know if we're gonna actually have enough to go out to the Hollywood sign and back safely, man. That's a big climb. But we are rolling up on 16.75 miles right now, 51 minutes ride time. And I'm gonna bust a left here. We're gonna get on up to towards Hollywood. We'll see. What is that dude doing? It looks like he's taking a pee. When you gotta go, right? This looks like a one-way here. Some trash on the street, some pigeons. The streets here. So yeah, 55% on the battery. Average speed 19.54. Hot day out here in LA, man. Lights turning green. I guess I'm gonna sit here and wait just a little bit and get on out of here. That dude's styling out here, man. What is going on? It's like a third world nation out here, man. What has happened to Los Angeles? This is actually the way it's been since I've been here, but people, oh, I should probably stop for this light, huh? People say in the comment section, like, what has happened to the city? I don't know what it used to be like out here. What? My feet just stuck to the ground a little bit there, man. What am I stepping on out here? Check out this guy's bike, bro. Bro, he's got this thing decked out. Check this out. Motorcycle on a bicycle. That's what I call a G-bike right there. That dude's a Jeep. So let's see, 17.6 miles, 53%. Wonder if we can do a little calculation here about Hollywood sign. I mean, it says it's like 12 miles from here. According to my calculations, that would leave about 5 miles to get home, which just would not do the trick. So I don't know if we should try this or not. All right, we're gonna try to get on the 110 north. Get on the highway basically with this thing for a little bit. Probably not gonna help the battery at all, but you never know in LA, man, with the traffic out here, right? Yeah, let's merge on the highway here. So cruising at 35, 40, this thing has no trouble at all. It's really kind of like its happy place. We're not a truck, so we'll get on over to the non-truck route here on the 110. Oh, why are you brake checking us, bro? We don't want to get ran over out here on the highway. I am finding that if you sit more forward on the seat, like it's a little bit more squishy and like wider up on the front, which is nice. 50% on the battery now. Feeling that range anxiety, knowing I'm going to push this thing a little bit harder than maybe we should. I'm not going full throttle, but we are on the highway. Maybe I need to at this point. Shoot, I wasn't expecting traffic to be moving so fast out here, bro. Oh, we're topping out, dude. I got this thing wide open now. Oh gosh. We're gonna hop off on Chinatown. Not quite fast enough to be on the highway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try the overboost actually. What the heck? I'll hold that down. Ultra boost. Miata's like, hell yeah. I don't know where I'm going, bro. I think we need to go this way. It's never good to get lost when you're a little bit not so sure about your range. But here we are. Dude, I want to get up there. And it's just occurred to me, I have a dirt bike, right? Technically, I think we could probably whip up that. Don't know if I should. So looking at the numbers here, I really don't I genuinely don't think we're gonna have enough range to make it to the Hollywood sign and back. Yo, is that Sir Ronster? Yo, there it is, Hollywood sign off in the distance up there. Yeah, there it is, man. It's like, I know we could make it, but I already feel myself right now going basically bicycle speeds. Yeah, if you look way off by that palm tree there, you can see the Hollywood sign. And we're at 36%. So that's really the thing with a 72 volt, 32 amp hour battery pack. And then the weight of this bike, you're probably not going to have exceptional range on it. What up, dude? I figured I'd come back and say what's up. Saying
All the newest bikes. I was just watching you last night.
no kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love your stuff, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's like an electric dirt bike, so I'm doing like little range tests on it right now. And where are you guys riding to? Are you gonna go up to the sign?
Hollywood sign, observatory.
Oh, right on.
Back down to the Walk of Fame. I start right there at the observatory.
That's awesome. That's a fun little route. Got some hooligans out here on some ATVs riding through Hollywood. All right, dudes, here's the deal. The Hollywood sign is right there. There's no doubt I could ride up there. We got plenty of torque. We got plenty of power. The concern is 26% remaining on the battery. So if I go up there, that's probably going to drain another 5, 6, 7%, maybe more. And then I might be screwed. So it says 14 miles to get home from the Hollywood sign here. 26% on the battery. Rolling up on Hollywood Boulevard here. You can see the stars over there. Man, I've never been so far from home. Hollywood and Vine. With such low range, 25. Bro, the crazy thing is I'm just sitting out here and the battery's going down because it's so hot. I think batteries operate best at certain temperatures, basically really high temperatures and really low temperatures. You're going to start seeing reduced range. And so I'm just losing range sitting here doing nothing, man. Quick little tip for you. Your battery will start turning red when you get to 17%. So to talk about the brakes on this thing a little bit, there is no regen brake on this bike, not out of the box at least. I don't know if you can like turn that on somehow. And then also, since there is no regen brake, that means you're not going to be putting any juice spec in your battery. Not that it really adds a lot anyway on any of these electric bicycles or electric bikes, electric motorcycles. You know, on cars it might be a little more significant, but we are at 13% right now. And there's no regen brake to help put any more battery back in this thing. As far as the braking power goes, it feels pretty good. I think the braking power on this electric motorcycle is kind of more limited by the tires on it, like these knobby tires on the street. Yeah, you can like lock up that rear tire pretty easily. And then I don't really love the levers. They're a little bit pointy, not, you know, the best feeling levers. As far as like the hydraulic actual brake feel though, like they're smooth and linear, good braking force. Tires just aren't great for the street. You do have a larger brake rotor up front where more of your stopping power is. About 75% comes from the front. It'd probably be wise for me to switch it from sport to eco, but that's boring. All right, so they switch you on over to eco on its own when you get to 10%. We're flashing on 10%. Yeah, dude, we're at 6%. This battery is effectively dead. We're out here cruising basically at the pace of a dude jogging in the bike lane. And we are 36.5 miles into this ride, 2 hours, 10 minutes ride time, average speed 17 miles an hour. And we have 5 more miles, 4%. Oh, there we go. It says 0%. So we'll see if this thing can actually get us home, man. Dang. It just cut off on me, man. It's like absolutely dead now. I don't know what to do now, man. Guess I'll just push it home, right? The walk of shame, the walk of shame. So for the record, we did 41.23 miles, average speed 17 miles an hour, ride time 2 hours and 38 minutes technically. So I mean, if you push it as hard as I did, you might end up pushing it home. All around cool bike though. It was a lot of fun riding this thing until it wasn't. Realistically, you know, if you're pushing this thing hard, having fun on it, you know, I'd say probably 30 to 35 is like kind of practical until your battery's going to be completely drained. It's a pretty cool bike. Seat is pretty comfortable when you're sitting on the right place right there. Suspension super bouncy, squishy, floaty. It's got a pretty cool tech, man. I like the display. That big halo light in front is pretty cool. All around, you know, pretty cool electric dirt bike that is also street legal. So there's really not a lot of options out there for street legal electric dirt bikes that you can get actually plated, you know, they come with a VIN on it and all that good stuff. It is a little bit heavy compared to some of the other options out there, and I wish that it did have a little bit larger battery. 72 volt, 32 amp hour. It's only going to get you so far, but that does help keep the weight down a little bit. Personally, I would like to have, you know, probably at least a 40 amp hour battery pack on something like this that's meant to be like street legal. You can drive on the street. Honestly, I'd probably like to see more like 50 amp hour ideally. Obviously, that's going to bring the cost up even more and also make it way more. So at the end of the day, it's always trade-offs with electric stuff. New XQi3, pretty cool. If you do want to grab one or check out the official website, click the link below this video in the description box. However, if this is not the kind of electric toy you're looking for, watch this video next. Catch you over there. So jealous. Bro, that's the ticket right there. I wonder what they consider absolutely dead. 49, 48 volts. That is dangerously low on a 72 volt battery.